back for episode 4 of X-Men 97. It's me, Solo, and your boy, SB Gaming.
What it do? What it do?
What they do indeed. This episode is called Motendo / Life Death Part 1. I don't know how many
Yes,
parts
sir.
it's gonna be. 2-parter, 3-parter, maybe it depends. But it was a dope episode, especially for the gamers out there. I know I appreciate it most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like a recap. It started where it left off at from the previous episode, where I keep one. Is it Sinister Evil or Mr. Sinister? I keep getting them mixed up.
Mr. Sinister.
I don't know where I get Sinister Evil from. Mr. Sinister.
He's evil. You know, it's implied in the name.
Yeah. So yeah, with Mr. Sinister taking the baby, pretty much the whole situation from last episode. Picked up from there. They were sitting at the table with Magneto, and pretty much trying to come up with a plan or whatnot. And
yeah, and it's Jubilee's birthday.
Exactly, it's Jubilee's
18th birthday.
Jubilee's 18th birthday, and so she pops in. She's ready to celebrate.
As a side note, I gotta give the actor credit, the voice actress credit for doing a spot on Magneto impression. Hilarious.
Facts.
Hilarious. Well, this Magneto's impression thing. She did that, bro. That was funny as hell.
She?
Yeah, the voice actress that did Magneto. Remember? Okay, so the episode starts off. Motendo, the part starts off with them talking about what they're gonna do for Jubilee's birthday, and Jubilee comes in, it's like, "Hey, ready to celebrate?" And Magneto already had told them like, "Hey, we gotta get some training for Mr. Sinister whenever he pops up again." But cutting back a little bit, the part that killed me was that Gambit was like, "Yeah, I got some coffee for you for Rogue," and Rogue was like, your boss already beat you to the punch, Magneto." A little back and forth. He said, "Hey man, why you at it, man? Make me some cappuccino." He's like, I make orders. I don't make those type of orders."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gives the orders.
Yeah, it's pretty much I don't take orders, I make orders type shit.
yeah. So it was pretty funny off that. But
that's still going on.
Yeah, that's going on.
Yeah.
Jubilee is excited, want to go to the game and go to arcade, like the old school days, remember, from the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Magneto has that look like, nah, that's not happening. And it's like it cuts to her in the room with an old boy. I forgot his name.
Roberto, right?
Yeah, Roberto.
Roberto.
In the room with Roberto, and she's like mocking the hell out of Magneto. Funny as hell. Funny as shit.
Yeah.
And from there, they're talking about playing a video game, and for some reason, this new game system, is sitting there in her room, and she's like, "Oh, I think it's a gift from the X-Men, rest of the X-Men." They say they had a lot of surprises. Yeah, it's called Motendo. She said she never heard of this.
Me either.
And you look at it, it has the old school Genesis look to it.
Yeah.
With the it looks like X-Men of the Atom type. It had a lot of references in this episode.
Yeah.
And it looks like the old school Children of the Atom, X-Men Children of the Atom video game. Back in the day, or it could have been an X-Men arcade game from '92. But either way, it's old school retro game. So like, I was like, damn, okay, I caught that reference. And then so they get sucked into the game, and at first they didn't realize it was a game at first. And they get attacked by Sentinel, and so they gotta keep on the run. And
I play it.
Yeah, and they keep on the run, and all of a sudden they appear in they answer the phone, and they appear in Genosha. So the game, by now we're finding out that these are all places that Jubilee was at. These are her memories. The game is the video game is based off her memories. And of course, if you didn't know by the title, it is Mojo who is running things from the last show.
I forgot about Mojo. I forgot. Once I saw,
when I saw that the title of the episode, I knew it was Mojo. I knew it.
Bruh.
In the video game and all the stuff like that. Anybody, if we watched it back in the day,
Yeah,
This all
because
this is all Mojo.
because once I saw him, I was like, oh, like the Lil Yachty and Drake gift, like, oh, damn, that's right. Because I remember the episode of was it Cable Sun in the game show with Mojo?
I forgot.
They were
I
in
know
the
Dazzler
future,
was there. Yeah, Dazzler was there and everything. I forgot. It's been a minute, but I do
but
know
yeah, I do remember
that
that.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Mojo reveals that he is well, somebody's helping him out as well. Like they don't know who
the
it
Hot
is.
Topic stalker.
Yeah, the hot topic stuff. Yep. So I like the way she referenced the Cyberpunk too, because you know
Yeah,
Cyberpunk is an old school game too from the '90s
yeah,
before it was Cyberpunk 2077.
yeah.
So yeah, she Mojo reveals that you know what I just said, that this is all based off her memories and what she's experienced. So um next thing you know, there he puts them in the boss fight,
Yeah,
where
instant boss fight.
instant boss fight with Magneto of all things, and that is directly from the arcade game. I knew that when I saw it. I was like, okay, that's from the arcade game where you know Magneto is the main boss. So uh, she finds a way to beat this dude super easy, really inconvenient.
she studied, yeah, barely. Yeah, she studied the patterns on some Elden Rings, Dark Souls type shit.
Yeah, because
And
that's how you do boss fights. You gotta pay attention to their pattern, they
yeah,
fight pattern.
yeah, yeah. Even though like I
And
said that fight won't go like that for real, but
yeah,
she studied the pattern.
She could never ever do Magneto like that, especially that version of Magneto.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she beat him, and in the process, Ricardo, what's his name?
Right.
I'm about to call him Ricardo.
Roberto.
Roberto got injured, damn near about to die. And Mojo said earlier, yeah, 1 HP. Mojo said earlier that if you die in the game, you die for real. It's always like that. It's always like that.
Yeah.
So she found somebody's helping her. She's the hot topic, stalker.
Yeah,
we don't know who it is yet.
So one up for him. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 up HP, or I'm sorry, extra life.
Yeah.
And she used it to revive Roberto. So when that happened, he's like, "Oh man, Mojo's upset about that." He's like, "I told you get rid of her, so we know it's a her."
Right.
Of course, we knew it was her when we saw her anyway.
Yeah.
But so he sent him. I forgot what happened between that, but I know that the hot
Magneto came back. She
oh yeah,
Mojo revived Magneto on some Gil from Street Fighter Third Strike type shit.
yeah,
just resurrected him, and then that's when the hacker had came and pulled him out of that fight, out of that world, brought him outside the server.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So and then I like the way when they first saw Mojo, he was like, "Damn, this nigga skinny." Like, what happened? You missed a couple meals, bro. But yeah, he hasn't been. I think I think how his powers work. He feeds off ratings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he hasn't been getting too much ratings lately. So he's looking real poorly.
Yeah, switched from talk shows,
real poor.
Switched from game shows to video gaming. Yeah, hopped on a new wave.
But as soon as he got that audience clapping, bro, he souped up real quick.
Yep, sure did. So,
but so he appears. We find out that the Hot Topic Stalker is an older version of Jubilee. I don't know how that happened. Maybe you can explain it better.
Yeah, because I just why I rewatched it like about 30 minutes ago. Like I said, because on my first watch, I'm fresh off work, or I'm just waking up. Either one of the two. But yeah, pretty much Mojo made a bunch of duplicates of Jubilee, like beta testers, pretty much, and they all died in the game except for that last one. And before Mojo deleted the beta, pretty much she hacked her way out of the server, so she escaped the Matrix pretty much. So she done seen it all, and as you see, developed her powers and all this other stuff way beyond what Jubilee could do currently. So yeah, that's how that happened. So it's not a Jubilee from the future. It's just a video game version of Jubilee who escaped the game, pretty much.
Okay, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that because I didn't get
Yeah, yeah.
it.
Because at first while I was like, damn, what the like. That's the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
Jubilee. Like, oh, this gonna get crazy. I'm like, oh, hey, hold on, let me try to
Which is
comprehend.
crazy because why does the older version of Jubilee sound more like the original Jubilee than the actual? Is somebody else playing Jubilee's voice on the show, and they got her to come, the original voice actress to come back? Because if you listen to her, you like, wait a minute, she don't really sound like Jubilee, even though she's older. She should
Yeah.
still sound like her. But the hacker sound, the older version of her sounds just like an older version of Jubilee. Like I don't understand.
True, you never know with Marvel, but you might be
Yeah.
right. You've been right about a lot lately. I don't know.
So that being said, they team up. They using they like you said, using their abilities in ways that should have been Jubilee should have been learned by now because she's 18 now. She's been training for so long. She's like, I can do that. Like it was pretty
Right,
dope. Like using the fireworks as like a saw and shit like that,
right.
and using it to skate and stuff.
Yeah, for
We got a
mobility.
lot of that lately. Yeah, we got a lot of the people using their abilities
Now,
for mobility,
hey,
like Cyclops.
watch now. She gonna pull that shit out later on in the season.
Right.
She
She
just need to
saw it.
see
She's
it.
gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
And then
yeah,
they use a ability to form a giant
a
a
giant,
Kamehameha
a giant power of friendship spirit bomb.
giant Kamehameha spear bomb mixed with fireworks type shit and fucks up Mojo. And what was that? What's her name? Spiral.
Spiral,
Is
yeah.
she working with?
Yeah,
Is she working with it?
Spiral. She was working with Mojo in the old series, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
but I'm saying like she looked like she was ready for Mojo to
Yeah, I think it's some
get clapped.
underhand. Yeah, some underhand stuff going on with that. Spiral probably got her own agenda going on, and that's who I was trying to remember when Morph had transformed into her in the first episode. I was like,
Yep.
damn, who the fuck is that? Because she was on Marvel vs. Capcom. If I'm,
Yep.
also, yeah, so I was like, who the fuck? I know who that is. But anyway, yeah, Spiral definitely has some underneath agenda.
Yep.
I
So
guess she
they
was must be
defeat
happy.
Mojo and they are released from the video game. And when they wake up, oh yeah, in the process, uh, I keep forgetting this man's name, bro.
Roberto. Roberto.
Roberto.
Roberto.
Roberto uses his ability. Maybe if he did something more often, I remember this
True.
nigga name,
Cause he
bro.
just oh, my parents, I don't want them to know I'm a mutant.
Yeah, he
That's it.
uses it, and that impresses. He uses it one time, and it impresses. I guess because so many people could see it.
Yeah.
And that impresses Jubilee, and they get out of there after they do the little Kamehameha thing. And when they wake up from the game, she's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did that!" And then she kisses him with fireworks. That's one hell of a kiss, bro.
Facts.
So when fireworks start forming around y'all, that's some true chemistry right there.
That's some magic there. Like I said, I'm not surprised though. I knew that was gonna happen. They both young and they together a lot. So yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Even more after
I'm
this
surprised.
episode.
I'm surprised. Like Wolverine is overprotective over Jubilee, like he was a rogue in the MCU movies.
Mm, yeah.
Like he was like, hey, you better keep that door 3 inches, like like Stranger Things and shit like that. But so that's the end of Motendo episode part.
Yeah.
That part. Now we transition to Life Death Part 1, which is Storm and Forge kicking it hard, bro. Like
hard.
they got a little thing going on,
Right.
a little thing.
Yep.
Because they eating, he fixing his was his granddad's famous I forgot what he called it. It's like some kind of anyway, some chili. I forgot. Yeah, I was like, man, don't nobody just get that chili, man. You got to be special to get that chili.
Hey,
The granddad's recipe.
Man.
So yeah, so Storm and them chilling, eating, drinking wine and shit like that, having little meaningful conversations and shit with the candles. Yeah, like they living. Yeah. So he's explaining to her. She asked him how did he lose his arm and his leg, and he basically told her like he lost it, but he has. If nobody knows what Forge's abilities are, he has in his mind where he can form any technology he can, anything that his mind can create. You know, he
Yeah,
can
he
think
can
of. His mind
conceive.
can create,
Yeah,
and he
imagination
also can unlock. Yeah, he also can unlock certain parts
of the
that's
brain.
dormant, yeah, of the brain that other people, especially in mutants, that he unlocks those parts, that you don't even know is there. So he's helping Storm get her abilities back. He puts her in the machine. She's ready. She goes in there, and then she try to use her abilities. It's pretty sad because she gets out. I thought when I started hearing the echo, her voice, I was like, okay, her abilities
Right.
coming
Yeah, I thought something was about to shake. Well, some did shake, but it wasn't because of her.
back. Yeah, and then it was just some fucking uh, uh birds in the bushes making the wind shake. Making the
Mhm.
bushes shake. I was like, damn, I thought she did something. And then she started crying and she feels sorry for herself and whatever like that. So later on, well, not that far later on, like shortly after
Yeah, they
that,
go
they're
back. Yeah.
talking. They go back and he tells her, he ends up telling her like he actually his technology that his his idea and his technology is was behind uh not the Sentinels, but the technology that essentially came and made her
Yeah.
the
Took her
mutant
abilities.
dampeners and
Yeah.
made her, if without that happening, she would have lost her in the long term, she would have lost her abilities.
Right.
So he said, she's like, you created this? He's like, no, I came with the
The
idea and the
prototype.
technology.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah, the
much had the
prototype.
prototype. Yeah.
It's pretty much like Ultron said, men of peace create weapons of war. Like the atom bomb. It was created for something else, but they used it. They took it and made it into an atom bomb, shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, because like I said, he said after the war, he didn't really have the resources to create like he used to, and so the Department of Defense had offered him a deal pretty much to help him, kind of help each other, and so
Yep.
he came up with the prototype for the band, and he claimed he left way after that, but like I said, at that point, it really didn't matter.
Yeah, she already in her head, like she's already messed up in the head about
Exactly, that's
losing
the
her
last
abilities.
person need to hear that.
Yeah, so she wasn't hearing that. He talking about he loved her and stuff. I'm like, damn, bro, how long y'all been out here?
Now listen, hold on, cause look, Forge was spending some game. I wrote this
Yeah,
shit. I wrote this shit down.
go
This
ahead, spit it to him,
this
bro.
man, I could live forever, and still my endless imagination would never conceive a thing as perfect as you. Oh shit! And then, hold on,
Bro,
and she was
I was
like,
like,
hold
whoa.
on. He was like, "You're a goddess. Powers be damned." Like, oh man, this boy spitting. And then he capped it off.
Man, for real.
He capped it off with, he said, I'm gonna say it once and only once. I love you. Slap the shit out that man.
Yeah, bro. That's some next world type game right there, bro.
Hey, that's the
And
futuristic
still got
game.
slapped. And still got slapped.
The futuristic game, boy.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So she gets upset after the slap. She gets upset. She goes horseback riding, and all of a sudden, she just starts seeing these red eyes, glowing eyes in the distance, and falls. And she
Falls back through the
look,
roof.
this falls back through the roof. I'm like, how did you get there? Like you was
Exactly.
just on a horseback, like miles away from there, and you just so. The forest comes downstairs. I was just about to come upstairs and get you. Like, nigga, how did you not know she left in the horseback? And then so, which makes me to believe it's a theory I have. I'm gonna tell it in a minute. And and then they're talking. He's trying to get her up off the ground, and you hear this weird noise and this big ass owl that they made reference to earlier,
Yep.
like the owl that kept flying. I feel like
Sure. Yep. You're right.
he's like, yeah, he's like the owl that sounds suspiciously a lot like like Storm. Uh, and it starts talking. He's like, "Get out of here, demon!" And the owl just bit that nigga all on his shoulder and
Slung his ass.
slung his ass. And he started the owl. She's like, what is going on? What is this?" And it starts talking about like I forgot what it said, but it's basically to me, it's saying that it's part. I think whatever he did, whatever happened in that chamber when she took, he's trying to give her powers back.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the episode of Flash when Zoom broke his back, and he was like, they were like, man, his body been healed. It's just maybe it's all in his head.
Yeah.
I feel like all this that thing is like something from her, like a manifestation of her inner demons.
Yeah. I mean, when the thing it said something about feeding on misery or something like that, and it was like the adversary. So I was like, oh, this is
Yeah,
so I don't know nothing about the adversary. Have you heard about the adversary? Because I'm looking it up right now.
no, I
It's
haven't. I'm not even gonna
so
pretend like I
yeah,
do.
because I was like, Siri. It didn't register, so I looked it up. So the first appearance was in the Uncanny X-Men episode comic 188 in December '84.
Didn't know
Apparently,
that.
yeah, it's a ancient mystical entity, possibly demonic in nature, who sought to destroy the
Okay,
universe and create a new one in its stead. Hold on, from Earth 616.
616 that's some fucked up motherfuckers, bro. That's all I want to say.
Um,
616, I don't know. 616 just got some fucked up people in the Marvel
is
universe. Go ahead.
is referred to as the adversary as the great trickster, using deception and trickery in attempt to achieve his goals. So
Okay,
yeah.
well there goes my theory.
Yeah, dissatisfied with the overall pattern, what he had made and unconcerned with the fate of individual threads, sought to reweave it again and again until he was pleased with it. So on some high evolutionary type shit, pretty much.
Okay.
Full extent of his power is unknown, pretty much. So we'll find out apparently in this life death part of that two-parter.
I believe it. If you let me look it up real quick because I believe it's more than it's like 4 parts if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, and you can't harm him through physical force, through magic and cold iron, like steel and adamantium. Hmm.
Wolverine.
So yeah, that's the adversary. I had never heard of the adversary up until now. That's crazy. Usually I was like, oh, that person looks familiar, but nah, this one
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck
I
that
don't
is.
know. I don't. I
And
didn't. I don't
usually
know either,
like
bro.
either like you or Ness would know. Like so, I'm the least versed in this compared
Yeah.
to
So
y'all.
it's going to be a part 2. So this is the episode listing, bro. If you want to know.
Okay.
So we just did episode 4, Motendo, Life and Death Part 1, and episode 5 is Remember It. Episode 6 is Life Death Part 2. Episode 7
Ah.
is Bright Eyes. Episode 8, Shine with Strength Reborn. And episode 9 and 10 is Tolerance and Extinction. And it is Extinction. I can't never say that right.
Tolerance is
Part one
extinction,
and yeah, part 1 and part 2,
and that's it.
and that's it.
Huh. So it look like we won't be getting back to the Sinister Evil. I mean the Mr. Sinister until like what 2 more episodes, 3 more episodes probably.
We
Cause
never know.
yeah,
It
yeah,
might be a part of it. We never know what just because those titles is like that. We don't, those names. We don't know
yeah.
if
Just
he
got
might be involved in it or not.
yeah. Say remember it. Then it's got the part 2 to it. So we'll see. We'll see. So that was it, right? That's where it ended with the adversary.
Yeah, I just want to bring something out.
Go for it.
We got a lot of romantic things going on
A
in the
lot of love
show,
interest.
a lot of love interest. But here is a theory that was put up on Facebook, and you're not gonna like this because I definitely hate it. So remember when they said X-Men was coming back? He's coming back woke, the woke that we don't like, not the fake woke, not the good woke.
Mm.
Uh, you know where I'm going at with this, but you don't know who I'm going with. Okay, so it was a theory since the first 2 episodes were uh signs and hints of what's to come or whatever, right? They're saying that Wolverine and Morph might be having a gay relationship.
Bro, they better not. They better
Because
not.
if you remember, you know, Wolverine all hung up over Jean over like that. He's sitting in the tree, and then Morph comes and is like, "Oh yeah," trying to cheer him up, and he turns into Sabretooth, and they start,
Yeah,
house
bro.
house playing, And then when he was at the bar, he was like, "Oh, he turns. He could turn into a woman, so he might. Oh yeah, what if they do it like that?" I was like, "Wow."
Y'all, they twisted for thinking that. But if they pull a Will and Mike from Stranger Things, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so goddamn mad.
I mean, Will and Mike. Will's in love with Mike. Mike, I don't think is in love with Will
Still,
though.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I
I,
know,
I
I
don't
know,
want I
I
don't want
know.
to see that.
But
I don't want to
that was a
see.
theory,
I don't want to
and
see
a lot of people agree. Like
yeah.
they want to see it. I was like, okay, y'all want to see this? Like, okay,
I don't
hey,
want to see. I don't want to see Brad in the back seat crying when Wolverine gets. I don't want to see that.
yeah, bro. Like, cause first go around, like first episode, they lost Morph, and Wolverine was pissed off. They was like, my best friend going, whatever. I like Wolverine. You got a lot of best friends, cause Beast is your best friend, Morph was your best friend. And I'm like, he was pissed. Like, I guess anybody but Cyclops he cool with. Like,
Straight hater. Yeah, nah. Shit, yeah. I think the episode was a dope episode. It was a nice side pivot from the main timeline, I guess. Like a side quest, side episode type
I mean,
deal.
it's a regular, it's the same timeline. It's just
Yeah, it's just not a
it's like
continuation of.
it's what we call a filler episode.
Yeah, especially with the video game deal, because it didn't really contribute anything that I know
Except
of.
gave Jubilee her solo, like a solo
Yeah,
episode or
yeah,
half a solo episode, and because she's always been cast as a side character, like or whatever. No, they
yeah.
don't really put no respect on Jubilee name.
Right.
But
So
she definitely look forward to seeing how she uses her abilities later on,
right,
because she always used to use that same little sparkle shit. Like it doesn't seem to be doing any effect to nobody.
been using this shit for years, decades.
Yeah, decades.
Well, so yeah, maybe they might open up some stuff. Like I said, that'll probably be the one effect or thing that we noticed from this episode going forward as far as that. Outside of the Storm and Forge, because that's a
What about the references? Dude, when Mojo pulled up the freaking what's the court? I forgot. It was like a different world. Like when he's bringing like the old X-Men is nobody cares about them. We think about Jubilee, and he's like
oh
a
yeah.
different world. It actually put up the different world, like with the X-Men instead, and then like the court, like them court shows like Judge Judy and all that shit. Joe Brown. I was like, bro, the references in this episode is crazy. It was funny, bro. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, like I said,
And the visuals, I love the visuals. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, they ain't missed yet.
This was perfect for Jubilee because the colors was fit perfectly for not only her abilities, but her, she has like real colorful, loud
personality,
personality in her clothes too, like that yellow jacket. I always stuck out in that shades, pink shades. So yeah, all the visuals on the Motendo part was real dope.
Yeah. So if you didn't know who that Hot Topic stalker was when she took her helmet off, when the shades popped up, you would have known by then. So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a good episode. It was a good episode. Both parts of it actually. So yeah, I like this. Like they haven't missed yet at all. I don't expect them to, especially with X-Men, because you got to come with it. You can't have stuff with. That's
I'm waiting for them to announce
right there.
I'm waiting for them to announce Spider-Man next, or something new animation.
Yeah, because like I said, this is just the start of, like I said, with Marvel animation. As far as them bringing in the animated shows from back in the day.
And you know what? They don't even have to bring back the old Spider. I want to see that, but like they don't even have to, keep playing off nostalgia. They can just do another Spider-Man.
True.
Matter of fact, they can do a Miles Morales one. They already had one out, but I want Marvel to do.
It's probably what they gonna do, honestly. It won't be soon, probably though. It won't be soon, but
it'll probably be like next year. They announce it when season 2 about X-Men about to drop. Yep. X-Men 97 about to drop.
Yeah, because we got the second part of the Spider-Verse movie. It's supposed to be coming out eventually. So yeah, looking forward to it too. But like I said, hey, great episode. You said the next episode is Remembrance.
Remember Me.
Remember Me.
Or Remember It. Or hold on, let me say. Remember It. Yes, Remember It. Episode 5.
Okay, so we might get into the adversary a good bit, probably. So
I hope so. But I know Life and Death Part 2 is episode 6, one after that.
right.
So that might be the continue. I think they like see this is what X-Men does. This is what they did back in the day. You'll catch you if you miss one episode, you're lost.
Facts.
Because you'll be like, okay, this episode happens, and then next week you catch it, you're like, okay, where's the continuation of this episode?
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta come back next week. So it's like 2 weeks later, you gotta come back and see what happened 2 weeks ago on the episode 2 weeks ago. So yeah, because I remember I missed I missed the episode of what was it X-Men, what was the name of it? Days of Future Past. I missed one episode and I was completely lost. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then when was the Axis of Time? Oh my god, that when the Axis of Time when they dropped that shit, I was like, bro, what? I was like, 1 minute I'm looking at cable. One episode I'm looking at cable, then 2 or 3 weeks later I'm looking at fucking Psylocke in somewhere in another distant future. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What happened to cable?
Yeah, it ain't no going back. Ain't no Hulu or no Disney Plus.
Nope.
Like, you may just have to try to
You
catch a
had to catch.
rerun.
Yep. Now I can go back and look at it and catch up.
These kids spoiled these days, boy. Shit.
Don't even know. The pain.
Yeah.
The pain I had to go through. We had to go through.
Exactly, but yeah. So yeah, that was the Motendo Life Death Part 1 episode. Let us know what y'all think about the episode, y'all favorite parts or whatnot, and what y'all think is gonna be going on in the next episode.
Do you think Storm gonna get her abilities back soon, or maybe it will be next season, or what's gonna go happen, man? You think Forge is done for? Find out next time on X-Men.
Yes, sir. We like I said, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.